All right, we'll pick up when we are almost finished, so this one shouldn't take very long. So exocytosis is getting something outside of the cell. Endocytosis is taking a substance and bringing it inside the cell. And there are different types of endocytosis. The cell eating is a type of endocytosis called phagocytosis. And this is done by many, so phagocytosis is done by many like lower life forms like bacteria, etc. If they want to take something in, we call it cell eating, the membrane will just enclose around that, bring it in into a vesicle or a vacuole, then fuse that vacuole with something that has digestive enzymes. In us it would be the lysosome, and then digest it and then open it up into the cytoplasm inside the cell for the cell to use. There's also pinocytosis. Again, these are types of endocytosis, where it's actually considered cell drinking. The cell needs the liquid in, and maybe even solutes that are in the liquid, and encloses around a liquid and brings it in, and for that liquid to be used inside the cell. The third type is receptor-mediated endocytosis, and this one is a little bit different. What you have are receptors on the outside of the plasma membrane, and they allow for something to actually attach to those receptors. And then what happens is where those receptors are and something's attached to it, that portion of the plasma membrane pinches off and then brings those items that were attached to the receptors inside the cell. The example that your book uses is cholesterol. Cholesterol is used by the cell in various different ways, and it is transported in the blood. It then would attach to these receptors that are on the outside of the plasma membrane. That plasma membrane then pinches off and then brings them in. So cholesterol can be used for the plasma membrane itself as a stabilizer, or can be used for some hormones that are created inside the cell. So three types of endocytosis that each unique for actually animal and even other life forms that aren't considered necessarily animal. Whole list of things you should be able to do, and what you want to do at the end of each of these is say to yourself, do I remember what amphipathic molecules are, aquaporons, diffusion? If not, then go back and review that in the teaching portions, or also review it in your textbook. We will move on to the next chapter. This teaching thing was shorter than we thought.